We know the way, and we welcome you to San Jose, California. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Arizona Wildcats and the San Jose State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the San Jose State head coach before the game. He comes into this game with a very potent passing offense, ranked in the top 10. But today, they face one of their stiffest opponents of the season, a top 10 passing defense. Let's see who wins this strength-on-strength battle. I'll keep you posted as the game goes on. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Spartans headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will have the ball first. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So they're facing third and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. There's a little room there. Smashes ahead. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. The keeper on the option. Turning it on.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Here's a heat. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Looking for a man. It's Rios. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So San Jose State's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And we get a look at Terry Shelton, coming off a game of nearly 100 yards and a couple of scores. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's man. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Spartans have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That's caught. It's Smalls. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Scanning the field, it's McDaniel. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you've got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up. Chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coach.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet, and they still got time.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And defensive coaches talk about it all the time, winning 1st down. And what that does for a defense, they win 1st down, they force 2nd and long, they're ready for it. Nice job rushing the passer, getting the sack, and now putting them in an even more predictable situation, 3rd and forever. Great job by this defense.
Arizona runs out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hit the sweet spot on that one, and that'll kick you out of trouble. Bulldozes his way through. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Caught over the middle. It's Aldridge. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Spartans will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Sends it downfield. He's got it and more than enough for a first down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
They're testing the right side here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Spartans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Rios. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offense.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's got it. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've come to the end of the period, and San Jose State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run inside. It's Vasquez. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the heat. On the move and looking. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, one of the reasons this guy's dangerous is because if things get off schedule, he can still hurt you. There was no panic, right? He's not just going to take off and go running. He kept his focus downfield, spotted an open guy, and, man, delivered a strike.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Spartan. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already to this offense.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Fires it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Mitchell. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Rios. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Richardson. Lots of running room. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34. And what an electrifying play.
You know it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Runs through a man, and he might have space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. On 1st and goal, let's see what Arizona does. Wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to throw on third down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got his man across the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's looking to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Timeout, San Jose State.
And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's go down to the sidelines now where Holly Rowe has an update on that injury.
Guys, I caught up with the San Jose State head coach at the half. Their quarterback has really taken a pounding in that first half. I can visually see bumps, bruises, some blood on the uniform. They continue to evaluate him, but they've got to keep him clean here in the second half. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. Maybe some room here. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Spartans will line it up on first and 10. Looking for space. It's man. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them...
Makes you grab and room to run. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drop.
Touchdown, San Jose State, and the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Arizona offense coming onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Rios. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Brennan. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to throw on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. So now it's second and long. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they're after him. And they got him.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over.
Finding some room, and they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're working that left side, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to get it through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to pass, it's Rios. Finds his tight end. Might have a chance. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Plows through the defense.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Firing deep. And It's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Running inside, it's man. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Tosses it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Under fire. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Tight end now in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room, it's Mitchell. Got enough for the 1st. Maybe a crease. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Willis. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion. So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Looking downfield, it's Dickey. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, San Jose State. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution in that punt return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. There he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The option, he'll keep it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
He's got it. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Makes a grab past the marker. Off to the races to the right. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that...
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's in open space downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Could be an alley. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Going to try to get it himself. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. After the run, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Spartans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good, and you got to pick up those guys up.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Sparty. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed. The physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking for a man. It's Dickey. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's man. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. That's reeled in. It's Smalls. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Spartans peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. To the air on 1st down. Under fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On the run, it's man. There's a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. That's the end of the quarter. San Jose State is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Number 91, set to kick this load.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not the smartest move on that one. Out of bounds at the 9, and the field position is not good. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The short hands, it's Jackson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Dickey. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catch is made at the 15. He's got great speed. And there he goes. Touchdown, Spartans. Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes zoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Stanford quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Dickey. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? On target. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. 2nd and goal for this offense. Keeps it on the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows him the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And the point after is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. It's Shelton. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Wants to throw it again. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Vasquez. Touchdown, Spartan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Dickey. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The run inside. It's Vasquez. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. There's some room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. It's Vasquez. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
After run, now throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the number 18 team, the Ole Miss Rebels.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. before we kick off the second half. Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Guys, I caught up with the San Jose State head coach at the half. Coach reminded his team in the locker room that this is a moment that they can claim some redemption. They've got a lead right now on the road. They lost this game the last time the two teams met, but this is their moment to put their foot down. He said, I want us to come out with the most energy we've had all game. Even though we've got a lead, this is where we set the tone for dominance down the stretch. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Unloads to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Makes the grab on the left. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting this up.
Jumped on top of the pile.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Puts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw again. Looking to scramble. Fires downfield. Got a man. It's Smalls. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. He goes right back to the air. Hit as he throws. Finds a man in the middle. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more.
Touchdown, San Jose State. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, baby.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Great place to start for this offense. Running inside. It's man. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They are putting an exclamation point on their season with a victory here in the season finale and gives us a chance to take a look at what's coming up the rest of the week. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people.
Got some room, entered to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll move the tight end. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now after the sack, there is a man still down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's man. Makes a pass to Marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a gap. It's Vasquez. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. The sure hands, it's Smalls. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Spartans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Stepping to the right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Makes the grab. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Using his legs to buy some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew that over already. already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.